WSBT 22 News at 5.
Lung cancer is the deadliest cancer in the world, and that's why there's a push to advance lung cancer screenings and the care. It's so dire. Elkhart General Hospital has a one-of-a-kind lung cancer screening machine that could find a problem even before it even shows up on a CAT scan. WSBT 22's Bob Montgomery has this month's Eye on Health.
It's called the Monarch Robotic Bronchoscopy platform. The long title gives doctors a short path to finding lung cancer in its earliest stages. That gives patients the best chance of survival. Only one of these systems is found in our area, and the Elkhart General pulmonologist, Dr. Heredia, is the only doctor who can operate it so far. The Monarch can come into play as soon as a CAT scan finds something suspicious in the lung.
The Monarch bronchoscope allows us to more easily and reliably navigate to those peripheral lung nodules, even if they are very small, and do biopsies to establish the diagnosis at an early stage.
The Monarch works similar to equipment used for a colonoscopy. It is a doctor-operated small tube with a camera that allows a doctor a chance to go straight to the area of concern and take a biopsy. The doctor says a secondary benefit is the ability to find other areas of concern that might be so small they didn't show up on the CAT scan.
So if you find something that wasn't discovered on the CAT scan, you can also biopsy those abnormalities.
Prior to having the Monarch, the doctor says the procedure of biopsy for something in the lung took much longer and typically required going through the back or under the arm. That meant a much higher risk of complications like collapsed lungs that would often result in hospitalization. No procedure is risk-free, but the Monarch has a much lower risk of these kinds of complications. Doris Jones-Baxter of Elkhart recently went through the Monarch test and learned her lung lesion is not cancerous.
I feel great.
Yeah.
I came, we got released, and because it was outpatient, came home and it was fine.
By the way, if you thought the controller for the bronchoscope looked like an Xbox controller, you're right. So did the Xbox developer Microsoft. Microsoft had to sign off on the Monarch using that design for the controller, allowing the doctors to operate it as smoothly as possible. For Eye on Health, Bob Montgomery, WSBT 22 News.
And with every cancer, the earlier you can detect it, the better your chance of survival is. Doctors strongly recommend anyone who is 50 or older and has a history of smoking for 25 years or more get a lung CAT scan.